What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Easy back with a brand new video, guys. Welcome to another edition of Too Easy Kicks. Now, guys, today's video, I want to do an update on a pair of shoes that I picked up this month. No, last month actually, and it was the Air Jordan 1 Royals, guys. I did a review. I showed you guys my first initial thoughts of this shoe, and I have wore this shoe. Quite a bit. As you see, the bottoms are a little dirty, you know what I'm saying? The insoles are, it's starting to wear off the Nike, whatever, but I have put this shoe on, guys, and I want to give some updated thoughts on this shoe that I probably missed on when I did my review. Also, just a little update, little slight wear test, and just tell you guys some more differences of this current model with the modern day Air Jordan 1 lows. The most recent Jordan 1 low that I purchased was the Air Jordan 1 Shadow lows outside of the Royals. So I want to talk about the differences between a modern pair and this 85 pair. Now, as you see in the box, let's start with the Shadow box first. As you see with the Air Jordan 1 Shadow box, you see it's smaller, but it's a bit more wider, as you can tell, versus the Royal box is more narrow. It's more narrow and it's definitely more slim. Also, another thing too, guys, that I actually missed is that with the Air Jordan 1 Royal, right, you see where it says Air Jordan at? It says Air Jordan. Now, with the modern Air Jordans, it'll say 1985 Air Jordan 1. Now, shout out to wear testers, because I watched this video and I actually didn't even notice this, but the OG colorways from 85 just only wrote Air Jordan 1 on the box, but because the modern pairs is basically an inspiration of the OG pair, it'll say 1985 Air Jordan 1. So I thought that was actually pretty interesting, guys. Also, another thing too about the quality of the box, feels way more sturdier on this pair than this Shadow Jordan 1 low box pair. All right, guys, so as you see, we got the Air Jordan 1 low Shadow and we got the Air Jordan 1 low Royal, and there's plenty of differences with the shoe, guys. I'm gonna tell you some differences just outside of looks. I'm gonna tell you about comfortability. Now, I will be honest, guys, these Air Jordan 1 low Royals, they're not the most comfortable shoe. They're definitely stiff. Now, they're not just total bricks where my foot is bleeding, my toes is curled up, scared for life, dying of thirst. It's definitely not like that. They definitely have some cushion to it on the insole. Definitely, it doesn't feel terrible, but it's definitely a stiff feeling shoe. It's going to take a while for it to break in. Most of my stiffness that I have is actually right here in this area over here. That's where I feel most of the stiffness from. Outside of that, I mean, they feel good. I enjoy wearing this shoe. Also, another thing too is that this shoe, this is a size 9, but it definitely feels a bit more snug towards the back of the ankle collar. And I think that's just because the padding is a bit more thick. So if you're worried about going true to size or going a size up, I would just say stick with your regular size, because the shoe has an actually perfect fit. Because typically low top shoes, they fit a little bit, bigger, because I guess it's the low cut or whatever. But this actually really feels true to size. So as far as like sizing goes, I do prefer the OG cut sizing of my size 9 versus the modern retro pair. I could have went a size down and a half and I may have been still feel fine, but I do think that this pair right here does fit. It still fits good, but I like the overall fit of the OG pair better. Now, one thing I will say is that as far as what shoe I think is comfortable, as of right now, the Air Jordan 1 low Shadow to me is more comfortable than this 85 pair. But like I said, this shoe is a bit more stiff because of the material. So because of that, it's not as comfortable, but the modern retro of the Air Jordan 1 is definitely more comfortable to me. Also, the material is different, as you can tell. This has a bit more of a smooth, slightly tumbled leather, which, immediately, I really like how this material feels. This one has more of your stiff, flat leather, completely different. It gives the shoe a completely different look. Also, another thing too is, as you can tell, the toes is definitely different, as you can tell. The shadow ones kind of have more of like a, it tries to go into like an oval shape, but it sort of kind of like curves a little bit, where this one's like a true oval shape. It definitely has that true like OG look. Both shoes are dope, guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, both shoes are really nice. I will say that this right now is more comfortable. I'm still trying to break the shoe in, so maybe once I break it in, it's gonna probably feel better.
One more side note I noticed is that the shoelaces that come with the Air Jordan 1 85 Low Royal definitely has a thicker, more premium feel than the standard retro Air Jordan 1 Low. The Air Jordan 1 Low Shadow shoelace is a little bit more thin. You know, it's not too bad, but you'll definitely notice a big difference in the laces of the Air Jordan 1 Low 85 Royals than the current models, which I wish every Jordan model of the Air Jordan 1 Low had these 85 laces, because it's thick, it's durable. It's the kind of laces that I would like to have on my Jordan 1s.
We still don't have an update on when this shoe will be releasing out to the public. I'm not quite sure yet. This only released in the UK. So if you missed the release on some of those UK sites, and you're kind of out of luck until they actually either restock in the UK or they do an official release in the States. I'm not quite sure yet when they're going to do it. I will say that I am still very pleased with this shoe. I'm actually going to wear it again today because I really want to break these shoes in so I can really get a good, comfortable feel of these shoes. Definitely am impressed by them, guys, still. But I will say this, man, if you really do want to buy this shoe, right now they're not going for too much money above retail. So I know some guys that got the shoe off with GOAT. They probably spent maybe like $210, which I don't think is a bad price for this shoe. So, you know, don't hesitate to buy it on GOAT. They're not going for a crazy amount. So if you really don't want to wait to find out if this shoe will release in the States and risk this shoe going up in price, I would just say go on GOAT and just cop the shoe there. You know what I'm saying? I just think that that might be the best avenue to go. I really do think that every Air Jordan 1 from now on, they really need to be released with this type of standard, honestly, man. Like, I love the shadow ones, but imagine if we got the shadows just like this right here. I mean, outside of this, you know, initially being a bit more comfortable, I overall like the shape better, and I like the feel better of this shoe versus this one right here. Not to say this is bad at all, but I like this overall, man. Like, you know, I know we got the Chicago ones coming out this year, and they're going to be more of like the modern Jordan ones, but I do hope that they do something a little different and kind of switch it up so that way it's kind of its own thing. Maybe give it the big swoops, you know, or just something just to kind of make it as close as this right here possible, man. Like, if they can make it like this but still have the comfort of a modern Jordan 1, I think that would be really dope. Overall, guys, like I said, man, the shoe is still dope. I love this shoe. I'm actually gonna wear it again today, and you know, that's kind of my thoughts about the shoe after a week of wearing it. They are wearing it pretty good. Not a ton of creasing, but I'm sure you can still see some over there. And I'm happy with the shoes, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, guys. And like I said, man, I will let y'all guys know if I do notice any restocks of this shoe. I will definitely do it on my feed on my YouTube channel, guys. So just keep on the lookout, guys. I'm gonna get the editing, guys, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Peace.